Greetings, and time for another career video, right? So off-season career videos are a thing. Now, I got this, and since I got this, that means this. Now, there's a story behind this. There was a subscriber that I met in Anaheim who had a game-worn jersey of Don Beaupre's, and he brought it to the meetup to talk to me about it and how it had been custom made for Don Beaupre, because at 5'8", 150 pounds, he wasn't really built like other NHLers. So to find a jersey that fit him, probably not a thing. So they had to custom fit jerseys for him based on his being small of stature. And it is likely for that reason he's drafted at 37th overall in 1980 rather than a little bit higher. Now, when we talk about goaltenders from the 80s and from the 90s, people will immediately take shots at their stats and at their overall numbers. But Don Beaupre, for the time and at that stage, was a pretty good goaltender. When he was drafted, Minnesota had Gary Edwards. Minnesota had Joe Meloche. And so it wasn't perceived that Beaupre was going to necessarily threaten to be the starter. But he played a majority of the games in 80-81. So his first year, he ends up third in Calder voting. So he ends up being a Calder finalist. And he ended up playing in the All-Star game as a rookie goaltender. 44 games played, 18 wins, 14 losses, and 11 ties. .895 save percentage. This is the year I start watching hockey. Guess what? He's part of the Minnesota North Stars team that goes to the Stanley Cup Final. 6 games played, 4 wins, 2 losses, .881 save percentage. Joe Meloche got the lion's share of games, but Meloche and Beaupre were two of my favorites at the time. 81-82, 28 games played as he became the backup. 11-8-9 record, .889 save percentage. Only 2 games played in the playoffs. It was 1 loss on his record and an .857 save percentage. The Minnesota North Stars were a victim of their own success. After the 1981 Stanley Cup Finals run, there were some who felt, okay, they're going to win a cup. This is a really good young team. They've got guys like Cicerelli and Bobby Smith, Hartsburg on the point, and Beaupre and net. Eventually, it's going to happen. This team is just, it's going to blow up, and it's going to be great. 82-83, he'd played 36 games, a 19-10-5 record, .885 save percentage. 4 games played in the playoffs, a 2-2 record with an .853 save percentage. So again, Minnesota, not able to get over the hump in the playoffs, and Beaupre, still one of my favorite goaltenders. 83-84, 33 games played, 13-2 record, .873 save percentage. In the playoffs, 13 games played, 6-7 record with an .895 save percentage. So Minnesota gets out of the first round that year, 1984. He plays 13 games in that playoff run. An .895 save percentage is pretty good for the 80s. It is. 900 save percentage was considered excellent. Anything near that was considered pretty solid. 84-85, he plays 31 games, 10-17-3 record, .884 save percentage, 4 games in the playoffs, 1 win, 1 loss, .848 save percentage. Minnesota just cannot get over the hump. Minnesota wouldn't get over the hump in the playoffs again until a couple of years after Don Beaupre gets traded. 85-86, however, he had what arguably was his best year. 52 games, 25-20-6 record, .892 save percentage. He finished 5th in Vezina voting that year. In the playoffs, 5 games played, 2-3 record with an .892 save percentage. So his overall numbers, pretty solid. He ends up being 5th in Vezina. 86-87, 47 games played, 17-20-6 record, .879 save percentage. So, again, the save percentage, it's low. The average around the league, not entirely off of that .879. 87-88, 43 games played, 10-22-3 record, .894 save percentage, but the Minnesota North Stars would start to look in another direction in terms of goaltenders. He only plays the 1 game for Minnesota in 88-89, ends up with an .880 save percentage in the loss that he puts up, but they end up trading him to the Washington Capitals. He's traded for Claudio Scremin. So, no loss for Washington. Minnesota, ready to move on. He goes to Washington, and he has a resurgence. 11 games, 5 wins, 4 losses, .896 save percentage after that trade to the Capitals. So it works out very well for him. And he plays arguably his best hockey as a Washington Capitals goaltender. Thus the name on the back of this one. 48 games played in 89-90, 23-18-5 record, .890 save percentage. He's back in the playoffs, 8 games, 4-3 record with a .903 save percentage. So save percentage above 900 in the playoffs in 1990. 90-91, he has another excellent season. He's sixth in Vezina voting. 45 games played, 20-18-3 record, 897 save percentage. His 5 shutouts that year leads the NHL. Again, it shows what a different era that was. 11 games played in the playoffs, 5-5 record, 901 save percentage. 91-92, he ends up in the All-Star game that year. 54 games played for the Capitals, 29-17-6 record, 884 save percentage. In the playoffs, 7 games played, 3-4 record with an 896 save percentage. 92-93, again, Capitals playing well, 58 games, 27-23-5 record, 882 save percentage. 2 games played in the playoffs, a 1-1 record with an 862 save percentage. But there's this guy coming along named Olaf Kolzig. And so he becomes a little more expendable for the Capitals. 53 games played in 93-94, 24-16-8 record with an 880 save percentage. He, in the playoffs, 8 games played, 5-2 record with an 890 save percentage. January 18th of 1995, you'll notice he hadn't played a game for the Capitals at that point, but it makes sense because that was the lockout-shortened season of 94-95. He's traded to Ottawa for a 5th-round pick in 1995. So this is the Capitals saying, all right, well, we're ready to move on, like the North Stars years before. So with Ottawa playing for a team that was not good. I cannot stress enough they were not good. 38 games played, 8-25-3 record. So 8 wins, 25 losses, 3 ties, 896 save percentage. For him to be that close to a 900 save percentage on a Capitals team, or on a Senators team, where he only had 8 wins in 38 games, is nothing short of a miracle. But the following season, his play tails off substantially. 33 games played for Ottawa, 6-23 record, 877 save percentage. That 877, the lowest save percentage he had had since 83-84. And considering save percentages are now coming up, we're getting into that dead puck era, that's alarming that it's that low. So the Ottawa Senators, the Toronto Maple Leafs, and the New York Islanders work out a 3-way deal. First off, January 23rd of 1996, he is traded to the Islanders with Martin Straka and Brian Berard for Damian Rhodes and Wade Redden. Now, the Islanders had acquired Rhodes from Toronto, so they end up sending Don Beaupre on the same day to Toronto with Kirk Muller to complete the trade that sent Damian Rhodes and Ken Belanger to the New York Islanders. So this was a move made by the Toronto Maple Leafs where they picked up Don Beaupre, who they felt had more experience than Damian Rhodes. And it was true, he did. The interesting thing is, both teams kind of lose out here. Both goaltenders did. Damian Rhodes never really became that goaltender for Ottawa that he was supposed to. And for Beaupre, it is a complete unmitigated disaster with Toronto. 8 games played, 5 losses, 847 save percentage. He made 2 appearances in the playoffs. No record. 846 save percentage in the playoffs. The following season, he plays 3 games for the Leafs, all 3 of them losses, 833 save percentage, and he wasn't too happy because they then sent him to the minor leagues to finish out what would be his final year of his career. So he plays the magic number of 666 games in his career, 268 he wins, 277 losses, 75 ties, 885 career save percentage. In the playoffs, 72 games played, 33 wins, 31 losses, for an 888 save percentage. So better save percentage in the playoffs than in the regular season. And currently, at least according to Wikipedia and according to reports I've heard, he is owner and president of an aerial lift company in Minneapolis. So once retirement's got moved on and he's moved on from hockey, he ends up back in Minneapolis, which makes total sense since that's where he started out. Yeah, that's where the guy's heart would be. Born in Waterloo, Ontario, though, so he's a Canadian. And again, 5'8", 150 pounds. That's not what you consider to be big for a goaltender. And what's interesting, too, and looking up information on Beaupre, his grandparents moved over here from France during World War I. And originally, the way that the name was spelled was Boppre. My guess is people called him Beaupre, and they went, no. So they changed it to Beaupre so that it looks like how you pronounce it, Beaupre. So there you go. There's just a little trivia nugget there for you. And when asked about and talked to about his size, now he's too small, he said, my job is to stop the puck, not beat it up. Meaning it doesn't matter how big you are. If you can stop the puck, it doesn't matter. Which is an argument that I've made for decades, whether it's Artur Survey back then, whether it's Beaupre in his era, or whether it's UC Saros in this era. Just because a goaltender's smaller doesn't necessarily mean you're getting the worst of the goaltenders. And so I thought that was a good quote to kind of end this on. So there you go. The Career of Don Beaupre. Never a huge all-star in the NHL. He appeared in 2 all-star games. Was top 6 in Vezina voting twice in his career. And he's one of those guys that, yeah, it would be easy to not know why I would get a jersey with Beaupre on the back. So, number 33, Don Beaupre. Why would Shannon get that? There you go. So, for people who follow my Instagram, you guys know which jerseys I got from Cool Hockey in the 40% off sale they had last month, which was great. If you're getting a jersey that's got the custom numbers and letters and all that, and all the hand customized stuff, I figured, you know what, I might as well, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to get players that I watched growing up. As easy as it would be to get Kuznetsov put on the back of this, or Ovechkin or something like that, I thought, no, I want Beaupre on the back of it. And that's why I got the Radicalio in Calgary. And so for people who follow my Instagram, you guys know which videos are coming. You guys know which careers I'm going to do videos on. Although Marty Jelena, I've already done a Jelena video. He's already in the THG Hall of Fame, so I don't need to do another one. But I got the Jelena one looks fantastic. But anyways, there you go. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. And hey, thank you guys so much for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.